Amazon product, we can, if you want to go for purchase of a product, so we can see what is the product, how it is, what is the rating, what is the review, all information we can get from the Amazon. So data is generated in the form of either text or speech, that is called your natural language data. So coming to what is natural language processing, it is nothing but a field of data science. So here, what is data science? So data science is nothing but a technique where we are trying to collect the data, we try to pre-process it, and we try to see how the analysis part or the exploration of the data, followed by we try to apply the models, machine learning models, and finally we once again visualize it, whether it is reaching our, for example, if it is a company, so day to day they have to visualize whether their market is increasing or decreasing. So that is nothing but the data science. So NLP comes under the data science, which deals with analysis and manipulation of this natural language data. So it's a combination of techniques from linguistics, computer science, as well as artificial intelligence. So what is the goal of NLP? Why we have to study this NLP? The main reason is we want to interact with the humans. We want to interact with the machines. Nowadays, we are not going like talking or chit-chatting with the friends. We are most of the time with Facebook or WhatsApp, so and so. So here, increasing the interaction with human and machine is nothing but your natural language. And the bridging the gap between the human and the machines is the main motto of NLP. So machine understand, human needs better. That's the reason we are going for natural language processing. So what are the real world applications where exactly this is being used, NLP is used? So there are a lot of applications. Some of the applications which I have taken is the chatbots. So chatbots play a very important role. For example, when I order a particular item, if it is not delivered on time, I will be waiting. So I will not be waiting for such a huge time. I immediately ask or give the query to it when my product is going to be delivered. So understanding the queries and generating the response is the duty of the chatbots. Similarly, voice assistants, what it is trying to do, whatever you give as the input, as a speech is the input, that is getting converted to text. So daily, like instead of typing, we can also go for using this voice assistants, which is really very easy method of communicating and getting the response in an easier manner. Next is your search engine. So most of the faculty use a search engine, without which we cannot go with the latest technologies. So whatever we give, it tries to respond. The translation tools translate the text across the different languages, from one language to another languages. For example, if we are in traveling, or if you want to conserve a conversation where we don't know that particular language, definitely we use the translators. Similarly, the sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis means what is the emotion of that particular person while after purchasing of the product. Also you can review, or what if a person posts a particular post in the social media, we can also detect what is the emotion of that particular person. So that is also one of the application of NLP. Similarly, grammar checkings. Grammar checkers is nothing but it is trying to identify and correct the language errors. So when you start typing itself, it will give you the correct sentence where there, if at all you would even type wrong also, it is going to give. So these are some of the applications where we exactly use NLP. So as we have already seen this information in the what is the text data here. So how the data is generated. Natural language data can be generated using your social media platforms like tweets, posts, comments, or using your daily emails, messaging, chatting, or with the help of your news, blogs, or scripts, transcripts also, we try to get the text data. So what is this NLP, or how NLP is going to work, we are going to see here. So totally 5 phases are there. Lexical analysis, syntactic analysis, semantic analysis, discourse integration, pragmatic analysis. So one by one we will be seeing. So how machines understand the human language, whatever the language we are giving to the system, how it is going to understand is with the help of these phases of NLP. The first phase is lexical analysis. It's a very simple phase where we take the data and then scan the entire data, which is nothing but stream of characters. The entire source code as a stream of characters, it getting converted to meaningful. It can be a word, or it can be a sentence, or it can be a paragraph. So these are called lexemes. So lexical analysis task is to convert the source code into lexemes. And what are the different operations which we do in the lexical analysis is tokenization and lemmatization. So tokenization is very simple, splitting the sentence text, whatever the text you give, into either words or sentences or paragraphs. Similarly, stemming and lemmatization, which reduces the words into their base form. For example, how the word running is being developed or created. So run is the base word, that is the root word we can say. The second phase of NLP is syntactic analysis. Syntactic analysis is used to check the grammar, word arrangements, as well as show what is the relation among these words. For example, you have a sentence. Agra goes to the Poonam. Is it a correct sentence? So, not. Definitely it is not, because Poonam goes to the Agra. So where you have to put the word, how to arrange these words, or what is the relation among these words is discussed in syntactic analysis. In that we will be discussing about what are the parts of speech tagging and parsing. Coming to the third phase of NLP, which is semantic analysis. So here we will be trying to look at the meaning of the sentence, or meaning of the words, or the meaning of the phrases. So if I say, she drank some milk, it is perfect sentence. But we cannot say she drank some books. So meaning is also important. Even though you use some noun or pronoun or a verb, so formation of the sentence with proper meaning is very important. So in that we can have some operations like word sense disambiguation, named entity recognition. Coming to the discourse integration, it depends upon the sentences that precedes it. Means you cannot simply give one statement and leave. The statement or the meaning of that particular sentence is depending upon the next statement. That is called discourse integration. So for example, monkeys eat banana when they wake up. The same sentence, monkeys eat banana when they are ripe. So what is they represent, or they here indicates? So in the first case, monkeys. In the second case, bananas. So the meaning of the sentence is depending upon the next preceding statement. Rama saw Sita with binoculars. This is one more example. So whether Rama saw Sita using the binoculars, or whether Rama saw Sita who is wearing binoculars. So there is something which is here to be clearly mentioned. So discourse integration here is indicating, or it depends upon the sentence. What is the next statement? Based on that you are trying to judge the current statement. So that is one of the phase of NLP. Followed by pragmatic analysis. It helps to discover the intended effect by applying rules that characterize cooperative dialogues. So very simple. Simply we can say open the door. So is it an order or it is a request? So open the door. So it is generally treated as a request instead of order. So these are the 5 different phases of NLP. So The 5 different phases are indicating the natural language understanding. Whatever we give, how the system is going to understand and how it is going to process. Once processed, it will generate the machine code. That machine code, again, how it is generating what is required. That is nothing but a human language. So generating language is the reverse process, that is powered by large language models, LLMs. So the examples or the applications is text generation, dialogue systems, machine translation, or the text summarization. So these models are generally trained on massive data sets using deep learning techniques, enabling them to mimic human-like responses. So coming to the advantages of NLP, so why we have to use NLP, how or where it is exactly useful. So NLP helps users to ask the questions about any subject and get a direct response within seconds. Daily we are doing, as we are doing. Next, NLP offers exact answers to the question, means it does not offer unnecessary, unwanted information. Next, NLP helps the computers to communicate with humans in their own languages. It's very time efficient, and most of the companies, they use NLP to improve the efficiency of the document or the documentation process, accuracy of the documentation, as well as identify the information from large databases. So mostly NLP is used in many companies. For example, you can talk about your resumes. So a lot of resumes comes when a company want to hire students. So how it is doing, how it is all trying to make the how it is what we can say, how it is detecting, how it is only categorizing the people, how it is classifying the students who need only Python or the basic requirement, how it is identifying all this is with the help of NLP techniques or NLP only. But there are some disadvantages of NLP. The first one is it will not show the context. What is this context? For example, if I say, I bought a new phone. I bought a new phone. It's so amazing. So it's so amazing. So is identified by the previous statement. If I don't give the statement, I bought a new phone, then what is amazing? So you may not be getting the correct response, or there may be a irrelevant or confusing response. So it may not show the context. That is one of the drawback of NLP. And it is unpredictable. So unpredictable in the sense, if I give a statement like this, please give me about banks near the river. So in this particular context, what do you mean by the banks? So generally a particular word can have multiple meanings. So in this context, it may give financial institutions information. So what exactly it is not predicting. NLP is unpredictable. What is the result we are expecting? In some situations, we may be getting the financial bank information, and some situations, or if we are expecting the geographical locations, we may be getting a different answer because it is unpredictable. The third one is NLP require more keystrokes. More keystrokes means you should specify the things in a proper way. Prompting is very important, we can say. Simply if I ask whether tomorrow, it will not give. I should say, or I should ask the system, what will be the weather in this particular city or on which date. So that specific information has to be given to the system in a proper way, then only you can retrieve the data in an efficient manner. Next, the last disadvantage is it is unable to adopt the new domain and it has limited function. That's why NLP is built for a single and specific task only. So if your model is trained, or if your chatbot is there and it is trained only for electronics, and you are asking questions on healthcare, definitely it is going to fail. So it cannot be adaptable to new domain. So here some of the terminologies you must know before going to the NLP techniques. So what is token? Token is nothing but very smallest unit of the text. It can be a word, it can be a digit, it can be a symbol or a punctuation. What is a sentence? The sequence of these tokens arranged grammatically is called a sentence. For example, I have the sentence, I own the fastest car in the world. So here I own the fastest car in the world. That full stop is also taken as one token. Punctuation marks also considered as token. Then what is paragraph? Paragraph is nothing but collection of sentences. Document is collection of paragraphs. Corpus is defined as collection of the text documents. So here we will be training, or our model is going to be trained with the corpus, means huge collection of text documents we are giving. Based on that it is being trained. Then one more terminology is vocabulary. What is vocabulary? It is used to measure the corpus. It is used to measure the corpus. Means how many unique words are available. Total number of unique words. It can be your entire corpus or it can be a sentence or whatever you take. The previous statement, the total number of tokens are 9. 9 tokens have been seen earlier. Each block or each box is telling one token. But when I talk about the vocabulary here, it is telling only 7. The repetition will not be taken. It is unique words only in the text is your vocabulary. So coming to the text processing techniques, the first technique is tokenization. So what do you mean by tokenization? Then followed by stop word removal, and the third one is normalization. So tokenization is a process of splitting a text into smaller units called tokens. So as you have understood, token is nothing but smallest unit of, it can be a word or a number or a symbol or any character. So white space tokenizer can be there or regular expression tokenizer. So if you divide or if you try to split your entire sentence based on your space, then it becomes white space. If you are dividing your sentence or splitting your sentence based on any regular expression, based on a special character symbol, dollar, and anything, special symbol or special sequence of characters you are giving, then it is called regular expression, tokenization. So I would like to show here how we can implement in NLP this tokenization. Yes. So here my text is, I am working as a data scientist and earning $10,000. So this particular text, it has to split into tokens. So tokens can be formed with respect to space. Wherever you see a space, that will be considered as white space tokenizer. If you divide your entire sentence into words based on the space, then it is called white space tokenizer. So see the output. I am. But is it a token? Token is the smallest unit we are telling, but here I am seeing I exclamation M, apostrophe M, working, okay, as, okay, A, okay, data scientist, and earning is also fine. But when I come across this dollar, 10,000 and dot, they are not recognized as tokens. So that is the drawback of white space tokenizer. So that's the reason we are moving with the NLP library, which is Spacey. Spacey is your simple library, NLP library, which allows you to do lot of applications. And we try to use the en_core_web, which is the English language core model, which is trained based on the web data. So all your web data is taken and it is being designed in such a way that it is using English language. So now I take this Spacey. I am using this particular trained model, pre-trained model Spacey, and now I try to ask my system how many tokens are there. So using import, you load this particular library and use this particular statement to include this particular entire web data to your place. Then you start like giving this the entire text. What was the text I have taken? I am working as a data scientist and earning $10,000. So here when I see, I'm just trying to display what is my text, what is the type of the document. So this is your actual output. See, this particular print, this particular information is giving the output. I is one token, am another token, working as a data scientist. Okay, comma is also a one token. Punctuations also must be considered. So your web data, which is being pre-trained, Spacey, is giving the correct information. Dollar is also one token. 10,000 is one token, and last dot is also one token. So are you understanding? So here we are trying to split the entire data. So either using white space tokenizer or using Spacey. So when it is a white space tokenizer, then we are not able to extract the exact tokens. That's the reason we are using a NLP library. So NLP where we are using means for tokenization. So here see one more example. My phone has 20% battery left. So when I consider using white space tokenizer, it will give 20% as one token. But when I go for my Spacey, I will try to get it as